guys, the Recipe Girl Vicki Neltner here, and today we are going to make chili. And I just love chili. I love to utilize it in leftovers. It's cool that when I make my own pot after church on the Sunday, I'll come home and I'll put some tortilla chips in a baking dish, and then I'll put my chili on top and pop it in the oven, pull it back out, some cheddar cheese, sour cream, green onion. You cannot go wrong with that. But we got to start making the chili. So let me show you how we're going to do that today. We're going to start off with one huge onion, about that big. I already cut it up just for time factor here. One big onion, one green bell pepper, and 3 jalapenos. I'm going to show you how to go ahead and cut one of these up. But I want to show you something. Look at this. This is one whole onion. So basically, note to self here that if you basically half an onion, that'll be 1 whole cup. So you go ahead and use a whole onion, that's 2 cups of onion. So we got that, we've got our green bell pepper right here, and now I'm going to show you how to cut up a jalapeno. First, we're going to cut off the top and the bottom. Now we're going to slice that sucker in half. Now this is where your heat is. This is what's going to light you up. Now and later, if you get what I'm saying. What we're going to do is take a spoon, and you're just going to kind of pour it out. What you're wanting to do is get the rib out. This is the rib. Do you see that? You want to get the rib and these seeds. Now, if you like hot stuff, have at it. I mean, go ahead and put it in there. See, I'm making this for my husband and a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old. So, I don't like wiping any honeys later. But here we go. So, you're going to take off the rib and the seeds. And you can leave a little bit, but that's pretty much what you're looking for. Now we're going to cut this up. Got that one. So like I said, 1 whole onion, 1 green bell pepper, and 3 jalapenos. Alright, now what I'm going to do is add that to the rest of my jalapeno. Alright, it's all going in the same stinking pot. And like I've told you guys before, we're cooking. We are not baking. When you're cooking, you don't have to measure anything. I don't care what your mama or grandma told you, you do not have to measure anything. But when you're baking, of course you do. You have to make sure that you're doing right, or else it'll just deflate if you're making a cake type thing. So let's go over here. We're going to add, I've went ahead and started my onion, or my meat mixture here. I'm going to go ahead and add my bell pepper and my jalapeno. And that big dog of an onion. Look at all that. You have to have onion in a chili. I'm sorry, you just do. Just like you have to have a mater, which we're getting to in a second. So we're just going to saute this up. Okay. So now we've got our meat. I went ahead and drained it. We've got our green bell pepper, our 3 jalapenos, 1 large onion, in with 2 pounds of ground chuck. And you want to use ground chuck because it's got that, like I said, 80-20 fat ratio. So we've got this all ground up, drained, ready to go. Now I'm going to add a 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. This is my kosher salt. Add this to it to season and flavor. And I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of garlic pepper seasoning blend. Saute that up. You got to season every layer that you do. So see, this one is the browning, so we have to season that, and then we're going to season our tomatoes when we add it to our cast iron pot here. So now we're going to add 4 tablespoons of chili powder. I know that sounds like a lot, but trust me, you're going to let it simmer. It'll marry in with the tomatoes. It'll be wonderful. So 4, like I said, oh, looky there. We're not baking. 4. Alright. And on top of that, we are going to add cumin. You men can pronounce that a lot of nasty ways, but this is how I'm going to pronounce it, is cumin. So we're going to add 3 good old size measuring. One more. There we go. Sometimes you just got to work with what you got. Alright, we're going to add that to our chili. So like I said, that was 4 tablespoons of chili powder and 3 teaspoons of cumin. We're going to add that to our meat mixture here. Look at the color on this. Isn't this so pretty? It went from kind of like a tan to a golden brown chili smelling. Woo! Smells so good in my house. Alright. Got that completely mixed up, seasoned, turn the heat off. Now we're going to add this to our cast iron skillet. And in this pot I have, and the reason I like to use cast iron is because of the fact that it retains heat very well. So you can put it on low and just kind of, let it simmer for a couple hours. At least 30 minutes, guys. But in here, I have already added 2 cans of tomatoes. The tomatoes that I'm using are diced chili-ready tomatoes, okay? And in here, it's got chili powder and celery and green bell pepper and paprika, so you got a lot of your spices in here. We added spices to that by adding our own chili powder and cumin, but it's got it in here too, so it kind of gives a little boost. So we've already got 2 cans in here. As you can see, I'm going to add 1 more can. Alright. And these are just 14.5-ounce cans. And now we're going to add 1 29-ounce can of tomato sauce. Any brand will do. Doesn't matter. Alright, get all of that out. Be careful with these lids. And we're going to add 1 can of mild chili beans. Yet again, if you like it hot, go ahead. They sell the hot kind of chili bean. Like I said, I'm cooking for a 9 and 7-year-old. So we're going to add this to it. Scrape all that out. And that's it. And we're just going to go ahead and put this on low. And just stir it up. And let it sit for at least, like I said, 30 minutes. Hey guys, okay, so we're done with the chili. Just removed it from the heat. It's been about 40 minutes. And look at it. It's so pretty, so hearty, ready to be put into this bowl. So a nice scoop of it. That's a Vicki portion. We're going to add a little bit of shredded cheese. This is Skyline cheese if you're not. And some crackers. Now look at that. If you have soccer practice, you see that? Fantastic. If you have soccer practice, a busy, hectic schedule, go ahead and make a pot of chili on a Sunday and pop it in your refrigerator. And let me tell you another little trick here. The longer this sits in your refrigerator, the better it tastes. Because then the ingredients and the flavors just kind of marry and it becomes wonderful. But you know how I told you in the very beginning, I said that, these are wonderful on loaded nachos. In a pan, tortilla chips, your chili, your cheese, sour cream, green onion. Another thing that you can do is take a tortilla and put some chili on there and then fold it in, fold it over each other, lay them into a pan and put some enchilada sauce on top. You can do it with tortillas or you can use manicotti shells. But you can utilize it in more than one way. So see, now you can because there's no excuse. I'll catch you guys next time, and like I said, try to follow me on YouTube and hopefully I'll have another recipe by next weekend. Have a great day.